I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Yes, I'm Matt. Once again, we're about to another review. There's another request for Brett. The last of the requests for Brett. If you're ever interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, you just send your request either directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you so much. Now, Quarantine 2 Terminal. I mean, it's a sequel to the 2008 Quarantine. There's little references to the first film where at one point someone sees news footage, which is the footage of the building from the first movie, but it's not done in the found footage format. It's made like a regular movie because they wanted to be very different. But then it made me go, why even do a sequel to Quarantine then? I mean, if you're going to see Quarantine 2, I would imagine you're going to see it because you like the first Quarantine, or you requested for it, like this. So then you take away the found footage aspect, then it's like any other fucking movie. So I thought that was a strange decision. I just like when they did Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. But then they had found footage with the sequel, no, fucking remake Blair Witch. It was a piece of shit. Some of this takes place on a plane, LA to, I think, Kansas City or something. And this guy's bitten by a rat. Because there's a carrier, and the guy's like, oh, there's hamsters. No, it's not a fucking hamster, it's a goddamn... And the guy gets bit. And so immediately I'm going, well, that guy must be the bad guy who has the carrier. Because why would he be carrying stuff that's infected? You can say, well, he didn't know about it, or he didn't know about it. And I just assumed, oh, he must know about it. And then by the finale, it's supposed to be this big surprise that, oh my god, he's a bad guy. I'm like, I fucking knew it when that happened. But he's carrying the thing. This overweight guy helps him, gets bit on the hand. Grant, I don't know why the fuck you would try to put a carrier with whatever animal in the fucking overhead compartment. I mean, the flight attendant at one point says, well, that needs to be taken to the back. Well, how the fuck did he get on the plane in the first place with it? Did no one notice a fucking carrier? It's like, wait a minute. Or are you able to do that on a fucking plane? Grant, it's been forever since I've been on a plane. And this is after 9/11, so... Maybe you are. I don't know. The characters, you have a few flight attendants. One of them is our main character. You have an older couple. One of them has Parkinson's. You have this 13-year-old boy who had a little bit of an attitude problem, who is going by himself. You have this overweight guy. You have this lady with a cat. You have a couple. One of them's pregnant. These characters, they're just for the most part, annoying, or they're giving the flight attendant a hard fucking time. I'm like, what'd they do? Maybe they're big fans of Daylight with Sylvester Stallone? Like, how can we be annoying and give lead character a hard time? But Daylight's a much better movie than this. This movie just kind of a pile of nothing, like your standard, typical virus zombie, but not zombie movie. Only a little bit on a plane where the overweight guy turns, tries to get into the control panel. 5 people like get on top of him, tie him up. They land. The terminal's empty. And there's another quarantine where they lock the terminal so no one can escape. As people kind of just walking over here, walking over there, walking around. One of the passengers a medic. How convenient. And a lot of them are just giving the fucking flight attendant a hard time. They meet a bag attendant who tries to help them out, but again, they're trapped and quarantined. They need to go back to the plane and get a medevac, but then they realize the pilots are gone. Then one of them's infected. Somehow, one of the fucking characters got a fucking gun on the baggage part of the airplane. I'm like, how the fuck did you get through with a fucking gun? Again, this is after 9/11. No one would have a fucking gun. Oh yeah, you got a gun? Well, that's okay. I mean, it'll be in the back, so that's a fucking gun. Are you able to take guns on the plane? Even if it's in your baggage? I figure that'd be a big fucking no-no, but apparently not. And some of it sometimes was unintentionally hilarious. Like the guy with Parkinson's, I felt bad kind of laughing about it, but he's trying to tell people. A fucking rat lands on the guy's head and bites his head. So of course he gets infected. Or this old lady, once kind of like the first film, some people in hazmats, only here it's 4 people in hazmats come in. And they're talking to people, and this lady with the cat's infected and infects the old lady. And then with the other team, like of the 4 of them, 1 stays and is infected, 1 is infected, 2 try to bring the 3rd guy out, and of course they get shot to shit. You would think they would have been told before they went in, hey, just in case if something happens, don't do it, we'll shoot you. You think they would have been forewarned about that, but apparently they didn't give a fuck about the rules. They didn't give a fuck. They just went out there and got their ass shot anyway. I mean, you would think of anyone that would have known, they would have in the fucking hazmat suits, but hey, what do I know? Some people get taken out or dragged away, or they've been bit. You go without me. I could care less because I don't care about the characters. The boy, he thought he was so fucking tough, but he was really a fucking pussy. Because like I said, the 13-year-old kid's like, he's got attitude. I could do it myself. No, he can't, because he just ended up being a pussy. Fucking Kevin McAllister has more balls than this kid. Not the actor. I'm talking about the character. The way the character's written. All that. And lo and behold, the one guy who I thought was the bad guy, he is. And he's the guy who started the plague and caused the population is overflowing. So he's one of those guys. The population is overflowing, so let's start a plague. I don't know how the fuck you want to control a plague. But apparently to him it's like, hey, we're over. Here's a plague. You have no fucking massive antidote to, I don't know, control it, but you would think if so, he would have some antidotes on his body. I'd have like 80 of those motherfuckers. But he had none. So it shows how fucking smart this evil genius is. Here's a plague, but I don't have a fucking antidote with it on me. Dumb fuck. apparently, in the first film, that attic that was a lab, apparently that was his lab. So one of the hazmat suits had this thing that might have been a maybe antidote. Now he had a gun, and these people were hostages, right? He puts the gun down, looks at him, then does this thing with his eye, where he's like, now think about it. His hand is here. Other hand is here. When the needle is in his eye, here's what you do. You grab the gun, click, click, boom. Nope, no one decided to do it. I'm like, I think the guy's a little bit busy with a fucking needle in his eye. It was under his eye. What is in, that piece? I think now was fine to try, but no. So he takes the boy hostage. There's now 2 other people left. One has been bit, the medic, so here's some thermal vision. I'm going to give you some time. So really what that means is the girl's going to say, I'm going to go over here, I'm bitten, I'm dead already, I'm going to give you some time. But then the lead flight attendant just watches her die. I'm like, you do know the idea of giving you some time, right? No, you just, okay, I know she told me she's going to give me some time, but oh shit, she didn't bitten, oh shit, she didn't eaten. What are you doing? Why are you standing there with a thumb up your ass and a grin on your face? Move. Get the fuck out of Dodge. So she finds the bad guy who has the kid. Kill him. Caves his head in. Motherfucker deserved it. They escape through this tunnel. Just now the authorities are gonna burn up the place. And the lead girl has, spoiler alert, the lead girl has been turned. I don't give a fuck about spoiling this. Almost gets the kid gets out, the kid is a survivor. I'm like, no he's not, but okay. Literally he's a survivor, but I'm like, he didn't really do much. This bad green screen shot where he's walking away and he, like, imagine this is the camera. He's walking away, and behind him this bad green screen of the fence, and I guess like a piece of the airport. Really obvious bad green screen. Oh, but that infected cat also made it out. I don't know how. What'd it do? Did it also go through that ran and no one fucking noticed? Did it climb the fence? That'd be a sight to see, a cat actually climbing the fence. But no, the cat has made it out too. He's infected. It was in thermal vision. It looked like a CGI cat, honestly. Maybe not. I mean, one thing of note, there's really no music in the film. There's really no score in the film. So that made it, I guess, a little bit different. I can't really think of any music. So again, that made it different. The lead girl, flight attendant, was not the worst actress. I mean, a lot of the movie is just very forgettable, blasé, below mediocre production. I mean, maybe the idea could be interesting of a quarantine, but you're in an airport terminal. But the inside of the terminal is not really that interesting on a visual note. Because the places they're walking is not the actual airport, it's the, I mean, I keep saying terminal, but kind of behind the scenes, so you see some pipes or some blasé background. So there's nothing of a visual punch to it. It's not an insanely gory film, so it's not like a lot of gore gags I could talk about. The characters aren't really much known. Most of them are just there to annoy the piss out of the flight attendant or the baggage handler. The kid, the last survivor, I'm like, why him? I mean, I would have preferred the flight attendant or the baggage handler to survive, not this fucking kid. Leaves room for a sequel, which there wasn't one, thankfully. disregard the found footage format, which I would think people who are actually seeing this, they probably like the first one. They probably would have wanted that. I actually would not have minded a remake of Ret 2 if it was their carbon copy, because Ret 2, the premise is a bunch of fucking SWAT team with guns and cameras on the heads going in. Do a remake of Ret 2, but you can also do your own thing with making almost a Doom movie or something. But no. Which is strange. You would think... Whatever. Carbon copy. But it's just very nothing of note. A rat falling on a poor Parkinson member's head and biting his head, or infected cats. Oh, now this is the guy that fucking started the plague. So what? What's this? It's gonna be The Fucking Stand next? Don't get Gary Sinise to come in? So I didn't care about this movie. Quarantine 2 Terminal. Just very boring and very forgettable. That's just my opinion. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.